Hello, everybody. Welcome along. Round 36 in the championship starts right now. It's a midweek round. It's a 3-game week. There's only going to be 10 to play. After tomorrow night, we're going to get in with the big Sky TV game on the TV. Tonight is Ipswich versus Bristol City. Come, get comfortable, make yourself known in the chat, and join us for the next couple of hours for your EFL Championship watch along. Welcome along, everybody. It is Ipswich Town versus Bristol City starting in about 14 minutes. We do have plenty of championship games that will have just kicked off a minute ago. We'll go through all the fixtures. We'll go through the team news. We'll get your predictions, all of that good stuff. But what I do need to say is tonight is a great night. We are simulcasting tonight. Not only am I coming down the Benjamin Bloom football channel as ever, I am also coming down the Blue Monday podcast channel. So if you like this over on the Blue Monday channel, we can do it again with Ipswich on the TV again on Saturday. Really pleased to be across both. And we hope everyone can mix beautifully down there in the chat and get all of their takes in. Right. Let's get straight in and look at the fixtures tonight, because as I said, those 7:45 games, you'll see some nil-nils popping up there right as we speak, are kicking off right now. It's Blackburn versus Millwall in that crazy relegation scrap. Coventry versus Rotherham. Coventry need a bounce-back victory. I think back-to-back defeats for them. Hull versus Birmingham. There's something on every single one of these at this stage of the season. Hull, I think they're in 6th place, aren't they, with Norwich breathing down their necks. Leeds versus Stoke. Stoke trying to get out of the bottom 3. Leeds trying to get back into the top 2 after their winning streak came to an end at Huddersfield at the weekend. Sheffield Wednesday versus Plymouth is massive, absolutely massive. Sheffield Wednesday, if they can beat Plymouth, that's literally the team that's kind of top of most people's, these teams could go down list. And the one that's bottom of that, they could really suck Plymouth a little bit more into the pack there, Sheffield Wednesday, if they can keep up their brilliant run and win a 4th straight game tonight. Sunderland versus Leicester. This is a great night of championship football, isn't it? Leicester, 3 defeats on the bounce. They've looked for a lot of the season like they're going to waltz their way to the championship title, but they still may. But tonight, right here, right now, after 3 straight defeats, is maybe as catchable as Leicester have looked. And right down the bottom there, you can see Ipswich Town versus Bristol City, which is our game that we are going to cover right here. We'll get to your comments in just a jiffy. Let's get into the team news first off, though. Okay, so normal caveats here for midweek games and rotation. Obviously, Bristol City were at home at the weekend when they Ipswich travelled all the way to Plymouth. Here are your teams for tonight. For Ipswich, looking pretty similar, actually. Hladky in goal. Davis, Tuanzebe are the fullbacks. Tuanzebe in for Clark and keeping his place. A couple of good games for him. And he's got the shirt and he's not letting go of it. Burgess and Wolfenden is the regular central defensive partnership. And back comes Massimo Luongo, who missed the Plymouth game through illness, to partner Sam Morsey. Amari Hutchison keeps his place down the right, so no Wes Burns from the start. Connor Chaplin is in the 10 spot. Marcus Harness, interesting one, that one. No Broadhead. Sarmiento got the shirt at the weekend. Harness gets it this match in midweek. And up top, he solved the George Hurst problem. Kiefer Moore is in the number 9 spot. Let me know your takes on the Ipswich team, who you're looking forward to seeing playing. For Bristol City, Max O'Leary in goal. The fullbacks, Cameron Pring and Ross McCrory. Zach Viner and Rob Dickey is what we expected at centre-back. Taylor, Gardner-Hickman, and it's Joe Williams, isn't it? Is it a lad they got from Luton, I think? Yeah, it's central midfield. Interesting one. In comes Anis Mehmeti, who did actually have a really good game against Ipswich for Wickham, I remember, in Kieran McKenna's first season, I guess. Or no, would that have been? Might have been last season. I can't quite remember. All those League One years roll into one, don't they? Jason Knight is in the 10 position. He's not really a number 10. He's a real good runner and a real good mobile player. Harry Cornick, you can definitely know why he's in that team. He can stretch defences and run in behind. Bristol City played Southampton and West Ham on the counter-attack very nicely. And I suppose, excuse me, I suppose they might consider that might be the approach today against Ipswich. Naki Wells up top. No. Tommy Conway, who I like very much. Coventry 1, Rotherham 0, says my mobile phone. Looks like Coventry do have the lead early on in the playoff race. They're ahead against bottom of the table. Rotherham, there are the benches. And look how light Bristol City are. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 7 on the bench for Bristol City. Those 7 are Sykes, Conway, so a bit of quality there. Mabude, who came in January, King, Roberts, Knight-Labelle, and Bajic. So we'll expect to see Sykes and Conway. Surely at some point they've been regular starters and good players for Bristol City this season. For Ipswich, Al Hamadi, Sarmiento, Jackson. There is the returning Wes Burns. Not ready to start, apparently, but he is ready to be on the bench, along with Jack Taylor, Lewis Travis, Cameron Humphreys, and Harry Clark. Let me know your takes. Christian Walton, I should mention as well. Let me know your takes on those sides in the comments. We'll get to comments in just a sec. Let me just check in on that Coventry goal. Let's see if we've got a goal scorer. Ellis Sims. Unbelievable. The player to watch on the Championship Check-In podcast was Ellis Sims this round. And he has got himself a goal. My apologies. That's playing on the other screen. Let me just mute that. There we go. Right, my bad. Ellis Sims has given Coventry City the lead early on against Rotherham. Right, let me do a little bit of housekeeping really quickly. We are brought to you up there in association with Match Bingo today. If you want to play along on Match Bingo, you can indeed do so. A couple of games I'm going to be playing along with tonight. Bingos up the top there is absolutely free. There is my Bingos card. That's all EFL. In fact, I've already got a goal from AFC File. There's a £100 prize pot, £100 bonus pot as well on that one. Get involved for free on that. We're going to see the Ellis Sims goal. We'll just break off from this. In comes across Bidwell. Oh, no, don't drop that. Oh, no. Oh, it's an absolute howler from Johansson, the Rotherham keeper, just completely drops the ball. Oh, it's a painful watch, that one. And Sims just sticks it in to the empty net. Here is my Ipswich Town versus Bristol City card, which will keep you appraised of during the game. If you've never played Match Bingo before, good fun. Just a game of bingo with events that happen during the course of the game. But if you are going to play, 2 things. Please play responsibly and let them know we sent you. If you pause your video right there, I'll take a picture of that QR code and Match Bingo will know we have sent you across. And why not try that Bingos game out for free at the weekend? 2 Premier League games. It's Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, both with £1,000 jackpots. And I will say, and I'm telling the truth, our man Paul won £1,000, one of our subscribers here on the Ipswich Norwich game earlier in the season. Right. Let's go to some comments really, really quickly. Evening to Mike and Liam watching MK and Bayern Lazio. Greg in NZ. Are we in the running? I count the running as the last 10, James. So nearly, really nearly. Ellis Sims, how about that? Richard, welcome from North Stand Low. Big thanks to Rich as well, my partner over at Blue Mondays, helped put this simulcast together. Marlon, welcome to you. MW. Whale, Paul, strong 11. Our 12th downwards in trouble. Everyone's in trouble. James, Alex, welcome to you, fella. Strength in numbers, we hope so. Ollie, don't have any other game on at the moment. We'll just get everything prepped for you. Thank you for all of your comments. We are now going to go to predictions. So I want to know what you think is going to happen in Ipswich Town versus Bristol City tonight. Help me out. Write the team names in and get your score predictions in for Ipswich versus Bristol City. You've got 16 seconds to do that, guys. Up, up, and away you go. Right, let's get as many predictions as we can read out on here. If it helps you, there is the tail of the tape crawling along the bottom of the screen. Right, where do I start? Where do I begin? I begin with Greggy. 4-1. Please write the team names in. Help me out, guys, here. 4-0, comfortable for Ipswich. Ipswich 3, Bristol City 1. Desmond. Guys, please try and write the team names in. It's just a load of numbers popping up on the screen. Ipswich win 3-1. 3-1 Ipswich. Kelborn. David 2-1 Ipswich. Paul 3-0 Ipswich. Alex 3-1 Ipswich. We're heavy on Ipswich here. Ipswich to concede first, yeah. That happened every game, doesn't it? Home team, nil away team. There he is, Whale. He's like clockwork with his nil F in nil predictions, isn't he? Ipswich 1, Bristol 2, says John. He'll be in trouble for disrespecting Bristol City there and not putting the word City. They get very cross about that, don't they? Ipswich 2, City 1, Ipswich 2-1, Ipswich 2-1. 3-0 Tractors, 2-1 to the Robins. There we go. Players on their way out of the tunnel. Right now, do me a massive favour before this game kicks off. It really, really helps if you can hit the like button. We've already got, if I hit refresh on the other screen, I will tell you how many likes we've got already. We've got 20 likes. Let's see if we can get over 40. If we do ourselves a like spike, you have 9 seconds. I want everybody watching to hit the like button all simultaneously on this simulcast on the Benjamin Blue Football Channel and the Blue Monday podcast YouTube channel as well. You've got 9 seconds. This is a like spike. Away you go. Thank you, guys, so much for your support. I know there's a fair amount of pluggery goes on here for likes and for comments and for sponsors and all of that stuff, but it really, really does help and really, really boosts everything we're doing, your support. So really appreciate it, even just leaving a comment and hitting that thumbs up button. Right, let's bang through these teams one more time. Only one goal in the Championship in the 745s. So far, Coventry 1, Rotherham 0. Sam Parkins, player to watch. Ellis Sims on the score sheet within 5 minutes of kickoff. How about that for a good pick? Teams quickly will run through once more. Ipswich, Sladkey, Tuan Zabian, Davis, fullbacks. Burgess and Wolfenden, centre-backs. It's Morsey and Luongo in central midfield. Hutchinson and Harness wide with Chaplin behind Kiefer. More for Bristol City, O'Leary, McCrory and Pringer, the fullbacks, Viner and Dickey, centre-backs, midfield pair there, Williams, Gardner Hickman, Mehmeti and Cornick wide. Knight in a 8.5, 10, whatever you want to call him, position there with Naki Wells up top. Sunderland 0, Leicester 1, says my mobile phone. 3 defeats on the trot. Talk of a Leicester slip-up at the moment. Leicester lead 1-0. It's Sunderland 0, Leicester City 1. Get your thoughts in via the comments on that one. We are about to get going here. So I am going to bang 0-0 up on the banner. And I'm going to face a little bit this way, which may or may not help one of our sponsors, which we'll talk about in a little bit of time. There is Liam Manning, a really good opponent actually against Ipswich for MK Dons. Everything fell apart then, but he did have all his best players sold from kind of underneath him, didn't he? Went to Oxford and then made the jump. Maybe with Oxford fans a little bit peeved about that, let's just say, to Bristol City to take over from Nigel Pearson earlier in this season. Looks like we are just about good to go. Before anybody asks me who we have refereeing this one, where do I find it? Odds ticker. There's normally one that says facts. Referee Webb today is in charge. The Ipswich players in a huddle, and we are just about good to go. My season ticket seat is empty. I'm sat right here, and I'm really, really pleased to have all of you lot watching with me tonight. We are simulcasting on the Blue Monday channel and the Benjamin Bloom football channel as ever. Kickoff is about to happen here. It is Ipswich versus Bristol City, 8 p.m, round 36. Ipswich, amazingly, following League One promotion, right in the hunt, started the day in second place for automatic promotion out of the Championship up into the Premier League. Can they get themselves a 6th straight victory tonight, or will Bristol City leave Portman Road with the 3 points? We are off. Ipswich go long from the centre. Bristol City probably had that scouted as a short kick-off, and Ipswich direct up to the other end. It's broken down in the end. Hutchinson just got closed down by Cameron Pring. Throw-in taken quickly, though. Chaplin's gone down. Lightning, frantic start here from Ipswich. And Chaplin down. He's holding his shin. My spidey senses, I'm not a doctor, tell me he's going to spring back up. Yep, there he is. And Ipswich are going to have an attacking free kick just 45 seconds into this game. Immediately getting Bristol City on the back foot. When was the last time Ipswich were in the top flight? 2001, 2002. So what is that? 22 years ago. And yes, I did have a season ticket then as well. Sam Morty, who's actually come up with some assists in recent times. Not really his gig in the middle of the park for Ipswich, but hey, spread the wealth. Morsi going to put it in right-footed. It's gone to the back post. Was it Luke Wolfenden fell on the floor? Nothing doing. What was going on the back post here? Both holding each other. I always say, when you see both players grabbed hold of each other, I'm kind of like, all right, whatever, let it go. Can't penalise them both for fouling. And it's going to be a goal kick to Bristol City. Right, we're going to see the Leicester goal. Free header by Pratt. Not Pratt, that's, who's the sideshow Bob go? Wout Face. And Jamie Vardy. There you go. You've lost 3 games on the trot. You need a reliable, experienced player. Jamie Vardy, I guess, is a pretty good one. He's headed Leicester into the lead. So Leicester lead and Coventry lead. Obviously, if we think there is a title race on, Leicester would, as things stand, as Sky Sports were just telling us, be 5 points ahead of Ipswich. Be a 2-point swing tonight with the gap down to 3 points. Obviously, Cornick seems to have started down the right-hand side and Mehmeti down the left, which is the other way round. We had it. Apologies for that in the pre-game on Footmob. 1-0 Mansfield. Aikens penalty saved. Aikens seems to have been around for about 100 years in the EFL, hasn't he? Can't see Sunderland getting more than 55 points. Currently have 47. Might be that high, David, the form they're in at the moment. Not great, poor old Sunderland. Looked like they were definitely in the playoff conversation up until a few weeks ago. Headed down by Wolfenden. Morsey does well. Chaplin holds it up. There is Hutchinson, who's come back from an offside position. And a lot of running around, a lot of quite frantic pressing here. Oh, here's a big goal at the bottom of the Championship. No, it's been disallowed. I won't even say that Sheffield Wednesday may or may not have had the ball in the net against Plymouth. That's a proper can of worms if Wednesday beat Plymouth tonight, isn't it? Wednesday and QPR down the bottom in brilliant form, aren't they? Playing nothing like relegation candidates, those two, are they? Long one forward for Kiefer Moore. He's given Ipswich that outlet. I've got to say, much needed outlet to be able to play a bit longer and hold that ball when being pressed. A couple of the defeats for Ipswich, particularly the one against West Brom, they really could have done with those outlets. Bristol City just getting their first bit of possession, really sustained possession, 4 minutes 20 into this one. By the way, we're watching on Sky Sports Football Live HD. If you're a little bit in front, a little bit behind, I can give you a time sync as Mehmeti tries to run off the back of Tuan Zabi. Tuan Zabi deals with that, slides it to Hutchinson. Morsey's going to draw a foul, is he? No. He runs up the pitch, not on. I think they were hoping Chaplin was going to run onto that in that Wes Burns space, but he does not. And Bristol City just getting a little foothold in this now. Still very frantic. No one's really got control of the ball on either side for this first 5 minutes. Long ball forward from the Robins is straight through to Hladky. And possession given back fairly cheaply, I would say, to Ipswich. Ewan, this is the most insane relegation battle ever. It's absolutely mind-boggling how it's worked out. All the things I normally say as relegation rules have all been broken this season. And if it continues any way like it has for the past, well, certainly the past few weeks, or really since December for QPR and Sheffield Wednesday, then someone's going to get relegated and score a hell of a lot of points. Russell, who's this fine-looking fella? It is Leif Davis. There we go. Goal for Charlton, says Mr. Diamond. Let us know what's going on, whichever game you are watching. Charlton now under Nathan Jones, who did miraculous things, it has to be said, for Luton Town. Not for anybody else, though. He did get other gigs, didn't he? So Coventry lead 1-0 in the playoff race. Leicester lead 1-0 in the automatic promotion race. Moore chests that down, knocks it into the gap. Hutchinson chases by. Fairly sensible bit of defending there by Pring. Just got there first and just booted it into the stand. Took no chances with that whatsoever. Tuan Zabi. It's a good press throughout these first 6 minutes by Bristol City. They're not let Ipswich settle yet. Stoke doing a convincing Huddersfield on Leeds. Leeds look bereft of ideas. Do keep your comments coming in. If you're watching another game on the red button, I'd love to hear your opinion on what's going down. Oh, Harness pulls that out of the sky beautifully. Moore. Oh, he had a good run ahead of him from Leif Davis. Moore tries to slide it inside to Harness. It's poor from Kiefer Moore then. He had a couple of really good options. Don't foul him, Davis. Oh, he's done really well there. He sprinted over. Looked like he'd drawn the foul himself. But referee Webb lets that one go. Cifuentes and the new CEO, well, Cifuentes most definitely. What a job he has done. Coventry 2, Rotherham 0. Rotherham on a horrible, horrible losing streak as things stand. They are 2 down against Coventry City now within, what do we reckon the time is on that one? 23 minutes. Remember, we're only 7 minutes in to Ipswich Bristol City. Obviously, we're midway through the first halves in the 7:45 kickoffs. Throw in for Bristol City. I wonder whether they'll hurl this one into the box if they can. Doesn't appear like that's what they're going to do. But they're going to win themselves a corner. They're pretty clever by Jason Knight there. Played it off his man. And an attacking corner here for Bristol City. 8 gone. And a chance for them to bring up the likes of Dickey and Viner from the back, the two centre backs. Here comes the corner. Taking it short. It's cut back to the near post. I think it's McCrory on the near post. He tried to sort of scorpion it. He's facing forward. He flicks his right foot at it. Can't get it near on target. It was a nice idea from the corner. I think it was Mehmeti. They took it short to him. He just dribbled it, which is an interesting one. As Ipswich take the goal kick. Short, Wolfenden to Burgess, back to Wolfenden. And to Zabi. Bristol City will have all of this scouted, these rehearsed moves out from the back. So Zabi goes long for Hutchinson, who can keep it in, but concedes a throw-in. Hutchinson just kind of points and says, look, play me inside, not down the line. He fancies a run against Cameron Pring by the look of it. Zabi just overhit that one, didn't he? 9:36 gone. Ipswich 0, Bristol City 0. Coventry's second goal scored by Joel Latibodier. They are coasting 2-0 up against bottom of the table Rotherham. Guess who Rotherham play on Saturday? Norwich, unbeaten at home since November the 23rd. Norwich, really good. Undefeated streak anywhere at the moment. Playing really well. Luongo, it's Hull 1, Birmingham 0. A big goal in the playoff picture and potentially at the bottom, as James says, doesn't swear. Thank you, James. God's sake. Birmingham are behind to Hull. Hull currently in 6th position and have just taken the lead. So Coventry and Hull both winning. Bad news for Preston, Norwich, West Brom, those teams around there. They're going to have to respond tomorrow night. Norwich face Middlesbrough and Preston all face Southampton. It's going to be a tricky week for Preston. Oh, there's an arrow ball down the line looking for Davis. He gets a bit lucky, actually. It hits him, then hits him on the back, kind of turns around. That's poor from Harness. He just walks straight into the tackle after Davis made that good run. Bristol City clear their lines looking for Cornick, but it's turned over. Pretty untidy game this so far, isn't it? Harry, putting my neck on the line here, but Rotherham could be in some trouble come May. Bless them. We love Rotherham. They're a great example of how not to waste a ton of money and go over your budget. But unfortunately, with only a sort of smallish fan base relative to a lot of the other championship, that it's hard to stay in the division. But we do admire what they're trying to do for sure. Easier said than done. Mehmeti does well to keep that in. Tries to play it long. Bounce back. Chaplin chases down. And Dickey just boots it away. Morsey to Zabi. Lovely cushion pass by Zabi. But Hutchinson can't control it. And it's so messy, isn't it? It's just frantic speed. To be fair to Bristol City, they've obviously been told, do not, for the first 15 minutes, let Ipswich have any time on the ball whatsoever. Ouch. This is uncomfortable. Coventry 3, Rotherham 0. Really awful run for Rotherham. They are 3-0 down now within 27 minutes. And that could be a cricket score, couldn't it? Could be a big confidence builder for Coventry. Easy for me to say. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button for that beautiful pronunciation. Big Kiefer Moore's trying the tricks down the left wing there. He wins a throw-in. Owen. 1-0 Hull. It was coming. Birmingham looked very poor. That is worrying for Birmingham. Remember, Tony Mowbray, and this must be 2 weeks old now, this kind of date, 6 to 8 weeks. It's going to be most of the season, isn't it? Whatever happens. Unforced error there by Sam Morsey. And Bristol City are doing a fairly good job here of unsettling Ipswich. Liam Manning looks kind of quietly pleased with all of this. I think they're doing a decent job here, aren't they? Paul, loads of overhits into Amari's channel. Hope they can choose the right golf club. Not yet, Paul. They've had a couple of goes, haven't they, with Tuan Zabi, but yeah, not quite tidy enough. Bristol City just back around Easter Mobile. Everyone will be so pleased to see him back, won't they? They're exerting some control on this Bristol City in the respect that they're not letting Ipswich play their natural game. And Tuan Zabi lumps it forward again. But this is going to be an Ipswich throw-in now. Russell, your legend, remember all to drop a like for Ben. Drop that like. Drop it while it's hot. Who sung that? Snoop Dogg and Pharrell Williams? What a song. Davis, Inside to Harness. How'd it go? I'll read this comment, but I want to give the guy a big shout out. If you need League One info, do watch Jack Ward Football Podcast. Brilliant, brilliant show. As long as you don't make Liam Mannix. But he's an Oxford fan, by the way. But if you haven't subbed, I'm a subscriber over there. And obviously, without Ipswich in League One, I need my sources. And Jack is a great source there. So big shout out to him. Mehmeti. Inside it goes to Williams, McCrory, Cornick. Lenny, our goal shouldn't have stood. Two-fan with a hand of God. Interesting, Lenny. Look out for that when it comes up on the picture-in-picture on Sky. They do tend to throw all the goals up, don't they? Another blinding save by the Stoke keeper. Cornick, good cross in. Oh, Tuan Zabi was in a bit of bother there. He let Mehmeti get wrong side of him. Oof. Chaplin, nice little one around the corner to Moore. Well defended by Dickin. Fair play to Bristol City. They are squeezed right up the pitch. Ball just hits referee Reb, and that's going to be an uncontested bounce to Bristol City. Very kind, Jack. No, very true, mate. Well deserved. So, yeah, it sounds like an interesting goal in the Hull-Birmingham game. And we can't seem to get the drop ball right here. If Birmingham get relegated, the blame has to lie with the ownership. Well, fairly and squarely, wouldn't it? David, 100%. Very even. Sky have just put the action areas up. In fact, Bristol City, in terms of territory, have had the better of this. 33% of the game in the Ipswich final third, although that will be some Ipswich possession, but 29%. So doing a pretty good job here, Bristol City, aren't they? Here's Dickey. Mehmeti pops it into Gardner Hickman. I thought Moore fouled him then, but referee lets it go. The ball's still with the Bristol City centre half. It's worked out to McCrory. Cornick. Little slide in to Wells. Into the box. Wells hits the shot. Blocked out. It's going to be followed up. Looked like a handball there, possibly by Williams, but we're still going. Cornick, edge of the box. Cornick picks the cross out. Pladke, he's flapping around in the box there. And Bristol City are on top here, aren't they? The better side for at least the last 5 minutes, haven't they? Leeds 1, Stoke 0, says my mobile phone. Big news at the top now. Both Leicester and Leeds are winning. And in this crazy, frantic promotion fight, once again, the pressure is on Ipswich. You just have to keep winning this season, whatever happens. Leicester leading at Sunderland. That is Leeds leading at home to Stoke. And that will get around Portman Road pretty quickly, I tell you. Phone signal's not quite as dreadful as it once was there. Pring for Bristol City, who are the better side at the moment. Leeds 1-0 up. James, what a goal, says Math. I look forward to seeing a couple of these goals now. If the Dan James one is a good one, I'm really eager to see this Hull goal if it was punched in or thrown in or however by Aussie 2 fan. Foul by Connor Chaplin. And Bristol City are frustrating Ipswich now. Ipswich not really had any of the play since about minute 10 or 12. Right, here comes the Leeds goal on the picture-in-picture. James comes inside on his left foot, then back outside again. Oh, I think that takes a deflection on the way through. Who's that with his hands on his knees? I think the keeper's just wrong-footed there, isn't he? Direct play by Dan James. I need to see that again. Looked like it just took a little nick on the way through. Leeds lead 1-0 against Stoke. That puts Leeds into second place as things stand. Level on points with Ipswich, but with a vastly superior goal difference Leeds. And they've just added one more onto it as we speak. It's one for Harness to chase, but Dickey sweeps that up easily. Millwall Blackburn 0-0. We started slowly growing into the game. Dolan looks lively for Rovers. Ooh, O'Leary took his time with that. Nearly got charged down. Morsey sweeps it up in midfield, and Morsey will try and look to get Ipswich on the ball, which frankly they haven't really had for the last 7 or 8 minutes, have they? Wolfenden, Burgess. And guys, if you're here on the Blue Monday channel, we are simulcasting down 2 separate YouTube channels today, which is a novelty. We welcome all of you. We're also on Twitter as well, down my Twitter page. So come one, come all, said David Brent. Wouldn't be the first time I've been compared to him. O'Leary clears that down the ground. 20 gone. Bristol City probably the better side. Hooked forward by Gardner-Hickman. And Burgess hooks that back over his head. There's a foul on Massimo Luongo. He's just having a word with referee Webb. Bristol City's pressing game is doing for Ipswich at the moment, and that's not good from Ipswich. They win the free kick and take it long and immediately give the ball straight back to Max O'Leary. And this sense of control that Bristol City have is kind of growing, isn't it? Which is not how, certainly in the predictions we did before the game, most of the chat imagined this one would be playing out. That's one brilliantly by Morsey. Morsey drives forward. Morsey knocks that through. Kiefer Moore shooting chance. Moore hits the shot. Saved by O'Leary. Excellent play by Sam Morsey there. Be nice to have Michael Owen running through on that one, wouldn't it? Moore just driven a bit wide. The cover and defending is good from Viner. Puts him off. Easy save for O'Leary, but that's how quickly it can turn around, can't it? Mehmeti, not strong enough against Tuanzebe. Foul on Axel Tuanzebe by Naki Wells. Don't think I want to read this one, guys. Coventry 4, Rotherham 0. Oof. Sympathies to Rotherham fans. It's they look like they've completely folded now. 4-0 down. And it's not half time yet. Must be very close. Wolfenden. Tuanzebe knocks that in to Morsey, who's just woken up the last couple of minutes. Chaplin knocks it after Hutchinson. And again, that's really good defending by Bristol City. As soon as Hutchinson got on the ball, Mehmeti came in and pressed him, and then Pring jumped into the tackle and just not giving Ipswich any respect or time here, which is exactly how you should play it. And there you go. Tuanzebe, to that point, sticks the ball out of play. Liam Manning has got this right so far. He's just doing a bit of tweaking, but he's got to be happy with this first 23 minutes. Manning. Looks like a handball, possibly by Gardner-Hickman. Either not seen or not deemed deliberate. Hull won, but no. Thought we got Birmingham equaliser then. But my sources say fake news. Tuanzebe, who's strong as anything down there, isn't he? Rotherham will probably end up doubling whoever they go down with in League One next year. It totally will, yeah. We need to win these midfield battles. Yeah, it's not even getting that far, is it, Alex, at the moment? Bristol City are definitely outnumbering, just dropping the sort of number 10 into that area with Morsey, Jason Knight. You can see him right there. But it's the pressing game by Bristol City that's really good, isn't it? They're going to get through some kilometres this first 11 tonight for the Robins. Morsey into the front to Moore. And actually, I'll give it to Viner and Dickey as well. They're playing Moore very nicely. Ruter looks injured. False alarm. Good news. Has Ellis Sims really scored a hat-trick, Kelborn? If he has, that is one of the best player to watch. He has a first-half hat-trick I think we've ever done on the Championship Checking podcast with Sam. We said he needed a good game and he needed some goals. He's banged in a hat-trick. I suspect I'll hear from Mr. Parkin imminently. Kieran McKenna gesticulating, explaining. He needs to do something, really, because the normal process for Ipswich isn't working thus far. And I know it's probably asking a lot of the Bristol City players to press for the entirety of the 90, how they've pressed in the first 25. But they're looking good, aren't they? Burgess knocks that back home to Hladky. Wolfenden back out to Burgess. Stoke battling hard and looking okay after going one down. Remember, Leeds undefeated at Ellen Road all season in the Championship. They must be the only. Anyone else in England got an unbeaten home record this season? There's one for the chat. Davis floats the cross in. Moore gets a lovely flick on the near post. It's opened up for Hutchinson. Cutbacks onto Chaplin. He didn't get it quick enough. Tuanzebe, nice feet. Tuanzebe, sure he's going to play that back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson, chance for a left-footed cross. That's deflected and headed out by Cornick. And well driven back there by Jason Knight. But Ipswich just coming into it there. Liverpool and Man City, they're good company. Niall. Did Birmingham have a goal? I don't know. I got some fake news on a Birmingham goal as well, so I don't know what's going around the ether. I'm sure everyone bought the same data, all the apps that we're using, so it's incorrect on one of it. It's incorrect on all of us, I reckon. Tuanzebe, well closed down by Mehmeti. Bounces back off Tuanzebe. It's going to be a Bristol City throw. So the current league table, Leicester 81, Leeds 76, ahead of Ipswich on 76 on goal difference. Obviously, an Ipswich goal would put Ipswich 2 points clear of Leeds. A Bristol City goal would put Leeds 1 point clear of Ipswich. Tuanzebe heads away. Pring, big, huge header back. Wolfenden has been chased down by Mehmeti. Mehmeti's run around like an absolute madman this first half. His pressing's been energetic, let's just say. Hladky does really well playing out from the back. Finds Leaf Davis. Davis onto Harness. I have to say for Harness on the left wing, the game's passed him by so far, hasn't he? Morsey, second to that. And it's now opened up for Cornick. Cornick out to Mehmeti, left corner of the box. Nice looking opening for Bristol City. Short cross, whatever it was going to go in from Mehmeti. Blocked by Tuanzebe. Bristol City looking dangerous there. They've grown in confidence, haven't they, Bristol City, throughout this first 30 minutes. And they have a corner. If they scored, it wouldn't be against the run of play, would it? In comes the corner to the near post. Connor Chaplin, who's about 4'11", gets the header on that, and up and over it goes. It'll be another corner. They've gone short again. Mehmeti's going to dribble it. Mehmeti could defend it again by Chaplin. That's surely a high foot. Great strike by Gardner-Hickman and a great save by Gladkey, but the whistle had already gone. Gardner-Hickman's kidding himself there. He's saying it was a low head. It wasn't. It was a high foot. He was clearly going to get whistled for dangerous play there. Whoop! It's a great save by Gladkey afterwards, but he was never going to get away with that one. Jake, Bristol City fan watching in Austria. How are we getting on? You're getting on really well, mate, to be honest. A lot of negativity from Bristol City fans before this one, thinking it was going to be one-way traffic. It's really not. Really, really not. Very much in the game, Bristol City. Offside flag goes up, which gives me a chance to talk about beer 52. Look behind me. Look at that beautiful case of beer from Beer 52. You can have one of them absolutely bloody free. All you have to do is cover the postage. There are 8 different cans of international beer in there. You just need to head over to beer52.com/bloom. That's beer5252.com/bloom. You get all of that lovely beer. Just cover the $5.95 postage. You get some pretzels and some other lovely stuff on the top there as well. Some nice bar snacks. So free case, just cover the postage, and then it's your choice after that if you want to sign up for a regular case every month. Please drink responsibly. Is it a pack of peanuts on the top? I don't know what it is. Rustic crackers. How jolly middle class. Ian sent me a picture of his today, which is absolutely tremendous. Ian, let us know your favourites when you've had a couple of cans as well. Some beautiful looking drinks on there. Hutchinson, Chaplin, Tuanzebe. It's bounced off, not more, I think, but it fell for Hutchinson. Chaplin trying a big, huge cross to the back post for Davis, but it was on his right foot and he couldn't quite generate the power. Great flow out by O'Leary to Pring. Oh, horrible ball back by Pring. It's straight to Kiefer Moore. Moore, Chaplin outside of him. Chaplin. Oh, dreadful from Chaplin. Don't know what he's trying there. Again on the right foot, and he just chips it. I don't know whether he's trying to chip the keeper at the back post, because it didn't look like the sort of way you'd cross that. It's a horrible attempt, whatever he was attempting to do there. Connor Chaplin. And a good opening goes a begging for Ipswich Town. Tuanzebe, big header there. Surely he got caught after that one had gone. Going to be an Ipswich free kick? I'd imagine it will be. Yeah. 31:37 on the clock. We're pretty much half time in most of the 7:45s. We'll get caught up with those as and when we know exactly what all of the halftime scores are. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Given away straight to Luongo. Here's Morsey. Morsey drives forward, right side. Hutchinson. You get the cross in. Again, he's crowded out. They've done really well, those two down the left, Mehmeti and Pring. And then that's an awful clearance, isn't it? Morsey tries to pop the cross in corner. Ipswich. I was just praising Pring and Mehmeti, who have defended as a pair really well, when Ipswich have been trying to play down that right-hand side with Hutchinson and Tuanzebe. The two of the Bristol City lads never been more than 4 or 5 metres apart. Their positioning has been really good. But they just give it away. Half-time at Leeds, 1-0. Kevin, 10-hour time differences. Struggling with that one. In comes a corner for Ipswich. Drilled into the near post. Oh, they've hit the post on the back stick. I didn't quite see who slid in there. It was right on the angle. Really difficult one to put in. I think it was Chaplin. Just threw himself at it. It's another great corner from Leif Davis, isn't it? Moore gets the flick. Oh, doesn't do a lot wrong, Chaplin. He kind of throws himself at it. It's going to go down as a huge XG chance, despite the angle, because he's so close in. And Ipswich, the width of a post. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot wrong with that, Chaplin, does he? I don't think, even though it will come up as a high XG chance, he's given that one a pretty good effort, and I think he's just unlucky there. He can't turn it inside the post. Great flick by Kiefer Moore on the near stick. Leif Davis with the corner. Who's down? Can't quite tell. I think it's Rob Dickey. Yes, Rob Dickey is down. Just feeling his right knee. Hopefully he's okay to continue. Huge bloke, Dickey. So if he's staying down, something must be amiss. Ian, there you go. He's got his beer 52 case and he's having a Daedong Pale Ale. Lovely stuff. Sky have just plugged Sheffield Wednesday Leeds on Friday night, which we will no doubt be watching along here on this fine channel. And hopefully, being this is going so well tonight, and do let yourself be known if you're watching Down the Blue Monday YouTube channel as opposed to the Benjamin Bloom football channel. We'll be simulcasting. The plan is, if this has gone well tonight. Oh, that's not Rob Dickey at all. That's McCrory. My bad. Sorry. He was flat on his back. I couldn't see any numbers. He's limping away. But the thumb has gone up from the doctor to say he's going to be all okay to continue. By the way, on the Blue Monday channel, Seb and Mikey will be live straight after the game. So, yeah, you can hop straight over from this coverage to Seb and Mikey's take. Yeah, McCrory looks fine. Apologies, I couldn't identify the Bristol City player, obscured by the doctor and laying flat on his back, so I couldn't see any numbers as well. My bad. Hurled down the line. I think McCrory has been waved back in now as Dickey heads it home to O'Leary. 35 gone. 0-0, really even game. I'd say in kind of competition, Bristol City probably edged it, haven't they, in terms of keeping Ipswich at bay, pressing well. And, you know, when you take into account Ipswich are at home and much higher in the table. Ipswich have come closest, though, from a set play, kind of Chaplin just hitting the post. Even Steven. Dickey goes home to O'Leary, who boots it, and it deflects off Moore. Oh, Chaplin, it's not quite happening for Chaplin today. He tried a little swivel pass there and just fell over. If he'd pulled it off, Amari Hutchinson was in a 1v1 going into the penalty box. Throw in Bristol City. It's in front of the technical box, which Pring is going to take. So I think we're mostly there with half times, guys. You know, I'll put them on the screen when we get a slow moment in this one. We've got Bristol City on the attack at the moment, so I won't do it just yet. It's down the line for Cornick. Cornick crosses early. Great ball by Cornick. Good header as well by Naki Wells. It would have to been, what do I always say? Jurgen Klinsmann meets Joe Jordan meets Tim Cahill to score from that. But neither Cornick or Wells did anything wrong there. Wells gets across his man. I mean, if he scores that header, it's goal of the month contender, isn't it? Would have been a brilliant goal. Just can't generate the power and the angle. He's so far in front of the first post. But good cross and nice decisive attacking by the Bristol City there. Here are your half times in the 7:45. Blackburn 0, Millwall 0. Coventry 4, Rotherham 0. Ellis Sims, first half hat-trick. Ellis Sims, the player to watch on the Championship Check-In podcast yesterday. How about that? Hull 1, Birmingham 0. Apparently a nefarious goal from what we're hearing from Aussie 2 fan. Leeds 1, Stoke 0. Leeds currently in second place, courtesy of a Dan James goal. Wednesday 0, Plymouth 0. That's a massive game, isn't it? We don't have many today with teams in the same region of the table. That very much could be, especially if Wednesday wins. Sunderland 0, Leicester 1. Leicester look like they're going to be back to winning ways They keep a clean sheet. That run of 3 defeats is going to be over. Cameron Burgess being impressed as he plays out from the back and gives it away. That's probably been the story of the first half, hasn't it? And Bristol City just pressing really, really well. And Kieran McKenna looks pretty irritated by what he's seeing. And that's probably a testament to Bristol City's execution of their game plan, which has been designed to stop Ipswich. But, fair play to them is what I would say. O'Leary, that's a horrible ball. Just boots it straight out. Play the Robins keeper there. Tuanzebe's going to take the throw in to Hutchinson, who looked like he got shoved in the back there, but physical enough that without being a foul. Borderline, I would say. If you have watched the first half on the red button of one of those other championship games, do let us know your thoughts on the first half. Oh, nicely worked there. Through the legs by Jason Knight and McCrory to Cornick. Ipswich shoes on the other foot now. Ipswich are doing the pressing and driving Bristol City back. And Dickey's got it at the back. He's had to ping it out to the wing. It's just rattling around there. Untidy. Luongo's done well. Shirt pull there? No. Referee Reb lets it go. And here comes Pring, belting down the other side. Gardner Hickman. Dickey. Viner. Cornick. Oh, nice little outside of the foot one there to Jason Knight. Cutback's the right idea, and Morsey's just in the right spot to pick it up. Morsey overruns that and gives it away. Bristol City player down on the deck. Mehmeti dribbles into the box. Poor decision by Morsey there. Gardner Hickman sticks that up to the back post. Decent header by Leif Davis. Oh, Harness nearly jumped into Cornick there, right on the corner of the box. If he goes down, you got a problem there. Now, whoever's down for Bristol City, I thought was in danger of really smashing Morsey, but I think he's come off worse there. Oof. Need to see that one again. It's a bit of a car crash, that tackle from both of them, wasn't it? I think Kiefer Moore is just telling Sam Morsey, his captain, chill out, man. I think Joe Williams is just having a word with Sam Morsey about the tackle. But let's be quite honest, they both flew into that one. And whoever was going to be coming in second to that one was potentially going to take a big whack. Let's have another look. Neither of them covered themselves in glory there. Going to be a bit of needle in that midfield now, isn't there? I don't think either of them was late enough to be at big risk there. Stiff tackle, and the camera goes on one. Terry Butcher, who loved a stiff tackle, didn't he? Morsey and Naki Wells are just being brought together by referee Webb. And Sky Sports have just realised that Terry Butcher is Terry Butcher and put a caption up saying that Terry Butcher is Terry Butcher. I think you all knew that already. There's definitely a receipt coming for Sam Morsey. Joe Williams is furious with him. He needs to be careful because Morsey is a bit of a master at the wind-up game. But it's coming at some point. Joe Williams is going to smash Sam Morsey at some point. We all know it's coming, don't we? We'll see if he gets away with it or not. The bounce is dropped back to Bristol City and Cornick. Cornick goes for the cross. And McCrory hairs onto the pitch and tries to just shove Harness over. They'll look a bit incensed, the Bristol City players, on behalf of their teammate there. And they need to keep their heads because they played well in the first half, Bristol City, haven't they? Tuanzebe knocks it back to Wolfenden. Wolfenden to Burgess. Referee Webb waves Williams back on. He's back in the game. Look out, Sam Morsey. Mehmeti, who's played really well down this left wing, hasn't he? Just tries to run Morsey. Morsey concedes the throw-in. 43-57 on the clock. We're coming up half-time. I reckon we'll get 4 minutes, is my best guess. My best guess is not even that good, to be honest. We did have the stoppage from McCrory's injury, didn't we? Tuanzebe, Hutchinson. Nice feet by Hutchinson. But again, the double team there of Pring and Mehmeti. But he does win the throw-in, which Axel Tuanzebe is going to take and bowls it back into Wolfenden, who knocks it back to Hladky, out to Burgess. Can Ipswich launch, well, say, an attack before half-time? Can they have a good, whatever it's going to be, 3, 4, 5 minutes of stoppage time? Williams smashing Morsey. Let me get the popcorn. It's coming, Annie. We all know it's coming. Here is Morsey on the ball. You got to pick your spots, haven't you, in the midfield battle? Here is Williams. Gives the ball away. Tuanzebe. Morsey. 4 minutes stoppage time confirmed. Harness. That's a good ball by Harness. Out to Leaf Davis. Luongo. Davis. Harness. Burgess. Wolfenden. Back to Burgess. Ipswich managing to actually force some territory here. Had to wait a while, haven't they? The Ipswich fans in the stadium. It's back with Burgess again. Good press by Bristol City. Have driven them back. And Wolfenden has got it inside his own half. .46 on the clock. 3 minutes of minimum stoppage time remaining. Morsey. Wolfenden. Wolfenden to Hutchinson. Hutchinson beats Mehmeti for the first time this half. Hutchinson drives into the box. Hutchinson gets the cross in. The slide tackle went in a bit late there. If he'd had his wits about him, Hutchinson, he could have gone over said slide tackle and the ref had a decision to make, but he didn't. And the cross is well defended by Bristol City. Speaking of well defended, Cameron Burgess does well to get that one back under pressure to Vaclav Hladky. Wolfenden. Tuanzebe. One shot on target apiece, hey? It's been a quiet old game, attacking wise. Wolfenden to Hladky. Burgess up the line to Luongo. Ooh. There's the first naughty tackle from Joe Williams. Scissor job there on Mas Luongo. Oh dear, we might have a power outage. I'm in red light, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me turn that off. I thought that was on charge. There we go. You're going to get no beautiful lighting tonight. What a shame. Had it all set up purple, didn't we? Ho-hum. That would charge up a little bit. Thank you for your patience. Do you know what I might do? Let me just light myself up a little bit more. 1 sec. Can you see me all right, everyone? Let's do that. How's that? Apologies. Technical problems over there in the corner. Two hands, Zabi. Oh, they've given it away. Here's Wells. Wells knocks it inside. Knight hits the shot, deflected. Oh, my God. Plagkey was completely done there. If that's in the corner, he's not saving it. Oh, Ipswich caught, playing out from the back. Wolfenden got closed down. Knight spins. Oh, that was so close. Wow. Look at Plagkey. Just goes down on all fours. He knows he's beaten there. Just watches the ball go yay far around the post. Corner, Bristol City. In it goes, headed out by Wolfenden. Williams recycles. Hutchinson in there. Harness does well. Hutchinson. Luongo. Harness. Hutchinson. Oh, lovely turn by Hutchinson. Oh, it's a cynical foul, that one by Dickey. Might get a yellow card for that, actually. Or not. It is half time. And Kieran McKenna waves his players off the pitch. He wants to talk to them. He's got a lot of explaining to do because Ipswich has struggled in this game. A credit to Bristol City, who have come to press. They've come to not give Ipswich time on the ball. And it's worked pretty well, hasn't it? There's a bit of needle as well. Chris Hogg, I can see there. The old, used to be with Ipswich, didn't he? He's just chaperoning Joe Williams off the pitch away from Sam Morsley. That could blow up in the second half, believe you me. But yeah, my take, I mean, pretty even. Ipswich actually came closest, didn't they, with the Chaplin goal, shot on goal that hit the outside of the post. But I guess that was a bit of an isolated set play, wasn't it? And in the main, we always talk about control on this channel. And Bristol City have sought to control this game by knowing what Ipswich are going to do, revising all the Ipswich patterns of play and pressing and stopping the kind of passing lanes and bouncing off that. And they've done it pretty well, haven't they? They look really well prepared for this one. Let me give you the numbers and you'll see what a low margin game this one is. Get your comments in, by the way. Remember, we're simulcasting tonight. We're on the Blue Monday podcast, YouTube, and the Benjamin Bloom football channel. So wherever you're watching from, get your comments in at half time. Yeah, look, just so few shots, efforts on a goal. There, look at the shot map. Just nothing happening at all, is there? So 57-43 on the possession in Ipswich's favour. 0.22, 0.16 on the XG. Is a bit of a lies and statistics, that one, because Ipswich obviously hit the outside of the post. You can see Chaplin's was only 0.08 there. And let me just click on Jason Knight's shot. I assume it's that one. It's only 0.06, but that was hell of a close after the deflection. And XG will not tell you that the keeper was completely done by the deflection and anything on target was going in from Jason Knight there after the deflection. One big chance to zero, I guess. What are they giving us a big chance, I wonder? Kiefer Moore? No, not that one. No, not that one. Pass. I don't know. But yeah, just all very low margin, all very tight. Get your comments in and we'll talk about it a bit at half time. Excuse me. What we will do before we look at the half times in the championship and read your comments out, have a little check-in with Match Bingo. Plenty of purple on there. One line has not gone. Yeah, I'm looking good on the middle line there. Need a yellow card in a minute. And I need Bristol City to make 5 subs. That's not going to happen for a while. Get involved over on Match Bingo. I'm also playing tonight Bingos. Let's have a looky in here. I'm not doing badly at all on that, am I? Need a goal for Grimsby, Blackburn, Oldham. Oh, God, I need a goal for Rotherham. That might screw me up at the end. They're 4-0 down, aren't they? But yeah, fun and games over on Match Bingo. And on all your regular cards, what Match Bingo have done now is it's a double jackpot. So in these £100 jackpot games, whoever gets there first takes £100. And then anyone else who completes the card gets a share of another jackpot. So say another £100. So well worth heading over to Match Bingo. And if you do, as ever, and thank you for listening to all this pluggery, please do follow that there QR code, and you'll let Match Bingo know where you came from. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Didn't mean to put that up. I meant to put that up. And let's have a look at these halftime score lines, which are probably all about to get going again very soon. Oh, yeah, they are all going, aren't they? No second half goals to speak of. Blackburn 0, Millwall 0. You don't want to be losing that game, do you, with the relegation? I wonder whether they'd shake hands, John Eustace and Neil Harris, right now on 0-0. I'd shake hands because I predicted 0-0 on the predictions against Sam Parker. You can check that out elsewhere on the channel. Coventry 4, rather than 0 is just ouch, isn't it? Ellis Sims, first half hat-trick, the player to watch on the Championship Checking podcast. Hull 1, Birmingham 0. Still haven't seen that Aussie 2 fan goal. Handball, one of our Hull friends told us, Lenny, in the chat. Leeds 1, Stoke 0. That's big at the top of the league. That currently puts Leeds back into second position in the Championship on goal difference. It can all swing on a goal, though. A Stoke goal, an Ipswich goal, a Bristol City goal, a Sunderland goal. Everything can change in an instant. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Plymouth 0. I'll repeat what I said. For Blackburn Millwall, you do not want to be losing that game, do you? Just seeing the Connor Chaplin chance there. Be interested to see what Charlie Austin's saying about that. I think he did pretty well with that, and it's a really difficult finish to angle it in, slide in, read the bounce, read the angle, all of that stuff. He's quite unlucky to hit the post there. However close in he was. Sunderland 0, Leicester 1. Jamie Vardy. Let's just see this Morsey and Williams oof. Yeah, neither of them cover themselves in glory with that, do they? They're both pretty lucky that neither of them either got hurt or red carded in that coming together, is my humble opinion on that. Both get a bit of the ball, but they're both flying in on each other there. Could have been a real horror story if either of them had mistimed that one. Again, if you can hear what Joby's saying on that one right now, I'd be interested to know his take. He took a few whacks in his career, Joby, from some man marking. Sunderland 0, Leicester 1. Yeah, we mentioned Jamie Vardy, the goal scorer there. By the way, I believe Millwall have just scored. I think it's Blackburn 0, Millwall 1, which is horrible news for Blackburn. Get your comments and we'll read as many as we can. And yes, we do have that confirmed. Millwall have taken the lead. I haven't got a goal scorer for you. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. They're just showing some of the first half goals on Sky Sports. That's the state of play at the top of the table. Leicester and Leeds both winning. Ipswich are not winning. So at the moment, it's going to swing back how it was before Saturday. And Leicester and Leeds will be the top two once again. Hull and Coventry both leading, which is good news for them. Bad news, obviously, for West Brom, Norwich and Preston, who look like the other teams in the playoff race. Down the bottom, the most interesting result so far, and this is just not how things have been. If you look, everyone's losing tonight, and down the bottom there, that's not been the case. Everyone's been winning, haven't they? But remember, you do have Blackburn and Millwall playing one another. So we're guaranteed someone's dropping points there, but we're not guaranteed someone's winning there, although Millwall have just taken the lead. The really interesting one to me is Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth, because look at that. At the moment, you've got Wednesday 36, Plymouth 41. If Sheffield Wednesday were to score, that would go Wednesday 38, Plymouth 40, and things would get, seems impossible for it to be even tighter down at the bottom of the table there. But that result, and look, may the best team win, but we love a bit of carnage, don't we? That result, Wednesday beating Plymouth tonight, would really, really put the proverbial cat amongst the pigeons. Over Famey with the Millwall goal. Is that his first? Pundits in the studio think there's don't think there's much in the Morsey challenge. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Kind of both went in hard, both got a bit of the ball. Either of them going any later, and you're in trouble there. You said in the checking podcast, did Millwall get the bounce too early? Doesn't look like it at the moment, does it? And the bounce continues. What else have we got in the chat? Annie, who's a very knowledgeable Bristol City fan. Good first half. Frustrated by Ipswich. Frustrated Ipswich by not being defensive. It would be nice to see some more attacking impetus now in the second half. I mean, Annie, though, we take a point, though. At this stage, you wouldn't want to step out and leave spaces, would you? But, yeah, interesting. Who are my favourites for 5th and 6th? West Brom, definitely. And then, obviously, we're between about 4 teams, aren't we? Hull, Norwich, Coventry, Preston. I've been saying all season I don't think Preston will make it, and they've done brilliant to be so close. I think it's a coin flip between Hull, Norwich and Coventry, who have all got pretty decent quality, haven't they? Coventry have invested the money they spent for Gyökeres and Hamer. Hull have gone for it. Don't know what the FFP will look like if they don't go up, but I think they're putting a fair few loans, so hopefully they've done it the right way round. Norwich are a year 2 parachute team, aren't they? So I can never access the Sky Red button. Convinced it's all a lie. I can. I lived by the Sky Red button during COVID, I tell you. Max, just coming to see the reaction to Morty tackle. Sky going for yellow or maybe red. I don't really get why. I think it's a complete 50-50, isn't it? So if it's a near yellow or red for Morty, it's probably the same for Williams, isn't it? They both kind of smash into each other. Both get a bit of the ball. It's not clever from either of them, is it? The word in the laws in football says careless or endangering opponent, and then it's excessive force that's the problem. And, you know, they're both either a little bit more forceful or a little bit later, then they're either of them in trouble, aren't they? Is FFP getting Leicester or was it all lies? No, I don't think it is all lies with Leicester. There's but it's not going to be this season. So the loophole, so to speak, is that now and this is how ridiculous it is that you have teams in 2 different leagues with 2 different FFP laws. Read into that what you will. But so in the Premier League now, you have to have your accounts in by December the 31st, but you don't in the Championship. So why would you put them in early if you're in any danger? You wouldn't. You'd wait until the last possible minute, and then if you're going to get charged, you can just appeal it and it will go to after the season, wouldn't it? So, but Leicester could be in trouble next season. And you'd imagine, even with the parachute payments and made some big sales, didn't they, Leicester? Who did they sell? Barnes and Maddison for loads of money. So maybe they will break even this year, but you never know. With these parachute teams, it's normally the promotion bonuses that do for them. They're kind of looking like they're okay, and then they end up paying out 25 million quid in promotion bonuses. So there you go. What game is live tomorrow night, Dave? It is your lot. It's West Brom and QPR. We'll see what's going on here at Bloom Towers as to whether I can cover that one or not. I'm sure they won't mind me saying it, but both my girls have been unwell today. It's not been the best day here at all, to be honest. So it's kind of a nice break for my brain not to be worrying about the 2 women in my life, because one got sent home from the childminder and one couldn't make it into work today. So we will see what's going down tomorrow. And, we might be on tomorrow night. I think we'll definitely be on Friday night, though. So whatever happens, you will. If you want some content tomorrow, I'm going to be speaking to Mikey about the Premier League. So, we can get into all of that. Right, we are closing in on the second half. One more plug over there. Beer 52. Look at this beautiful stuff. What am I going to pick out here? Some Brothers Hazy Australian Pale Ale in my case. What else have we got here? Carlos Worldwide New Zealand Pilsner. Tremendous stuff. If you want that case of beer, not that one that's in my office here, but if you want a case of Beer 52 8 different beers from around the world. You can have it for free. You get the beer for free. You have to pay the postage, though. It's £5.95. You can see it down the bottom there. 8 new and exclusive beers from across the world. www.beer5252/Bloom. You cover the postage and you get your free beers. Ian, just had to go from any mention of the debacle of the R lot. Ian, I'm sorry, mate. Come back stronger. Rotherham always come back stronger, don't they? So, yeah, not good for Rotherham at the moment. Do you think Sheffield Wednesday will risk losing the 1 point stronger? Yes, I do, actually. Oh, am I going to see this whole goal now? Oh, yeah, it's a clear handball, isn't it? That's naughty from Tufan. Are we going to get a replay on that? If you can shoulder it in, that's fine, but he definitely motions towards it. Oh, great strike by Ellis Sims. There you go. Bit of confidence going there. And speaking of Sheffield Wednesday, it is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Plymouth 0. Plot massively just thickened in the relegation zone. There's the Obafemi goal on Sky Sports as well. So now we have Millwall, who have been in form, and Sheffield Wednesday, who have been in form, both winning. Wow. We'll wait and see who the Sheffield Wednesday goal scorer is, but we are led to believe that Wednesday on the hour mark is probably EK Ugbo. Let's be quite frank about it. Wednesday have taken the lead against Plymouth. And as I say that, Blackburn have equalised. Absolute carnage in the relegation zone in the Championship. Blackburn equalised. Blackburn 1, Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Plymouth 0. That is going to make it so tight down the bottom there. It's not even funny. We put a clip out from the check-in today saying how many points. This is the toughest Championship relegation battle ever. Wow. Right, we are just about good to go in the second half here. So I am going to ask you kindly for a like spike just before we get into second half action. We have already got, how many likes? 59 likes. Let's see if you can get us up to 75. There might be plenty of likes on the Blue Monday side as well, but I can't see that from where I am watching. So appreciate everybody. You've got 9 seconds to hit the like button. Go. Amusing handball there that Naki Wells just got away with in this one. We are off and running. That's looped up high, looking for Kiefer Moore. Headed down by Viner. Hutchinson knocks it inside to Sam Morsey. Luongo just held up by Jason Knight. And Morsey, Sam Burgess, Cam Burgess, just says, calm down. And Morsey knocks that one in to Luke Wolf. And then we'll go through the teams in just a jiffy. Sheffield Wednesday goal scorer Gassama on the hour. When I put the Championship table up, you'll realise what absolutely, in fact, I'm going to do it right now as Tuan Zabi goes 50-50 with Pring. In fact, I'm going to wait because Bristol City got a counter-attack with Mehmeti. Morsey does well. Just look at the bottom of the Championship. Unbelievable. 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 40, 40, 40. The results right now are pretty perfect to make as much carnage as you could possibly have down the bottom there, with Sheffield Wednesday winning and Birmingham and Plymouth both losing. Just incredible stuff at the bottom of the Championship. Viner at the back for Bristol City. We must crack through these teams. No subs at halftime for either. That one's gone long through to Hladky in goal for Ipswich, which should give me the opportunity to do it. Burgess on the ball. Hladky, Tuan Zabi, Davis, Burgess, Wolfenden are the fullbacks, back four and keeper for Ipswich. Luongo and Morsey in front of those two. Hutchinson and Harness wide, Chaplin off Moore. For Bristol City, O'Leary, McCrory, Viner, Dickey and Pring. Williams and Gardner-Hickman. Mehmeti, Knight, Cornick. And Wells, I'm sure we'll be seeing... Did I say Cornick? I did. I'm sure we'll be seeing Conway and probably Wes Burns fairly soon in this one. We are 47:35 on the clock. I'm watching on Sky Sports Football Live HD. Kiefer Moore has gone down, which is going to quieten down Portman Road. The only available striker. Well, that's not strictly true, but the only one Kieran McKenna is probably going to want to start with at the moment with George Hurst injured. But he's on the ball now. Knocks it off to Harness. And Harness's struggles in this game continues. I think that's a Bristol City throw, isn't it? I think they got that one wrong. It's been given Ipswich's way. Kiefer Moore just holding his left foot. Don't know what happened there. He's a bit annoyed with Rob Dickey. You don't know why. Dickey doesn't do a hell of a lot. It just looks like Moore puts all his weight down on his left foot. And he's a huge bloke, Moore, isn't he? 6'5", I think. But he looks like he's okay to continue. There's a big diag. Flicked on nicely by Harness. That was a weird one. Harness flicking it on for Moore and not the other way around. Big second half for both teams. 100%, yeah. Holy crap, look at all those 38. Yeah, incredible at the bottom of the championship table. But remember, a Plymouth goal, a Blackburn goal, a Millwall goal can all change, can't it? Can really all change. At the top, though, as things stand, Leicester and Leeds are winning. Ipswich are not. Southampton play at home to Preston North End tomorrow. So the gauntlet's been laid down in the first half. And remember, they kicked off 15 minutes ahead by Jamie Vardy and Leicester and Dan James and Leeds. A lot of frustration on the faces of the Ipswich players. It's not going their way. Been so free scoring, especially at home. And Bristol City have played it pretty well tonight to really prevent hardly any chances. Ipswich hitting the post, but that was from a set play, wasn't it? An isolated incident, perhaps. In fact, this game, just looking at the numbers, is the only game in the Championship so far without a goal. Wolfenden. Oh, it's poor from Wolfenden, and he's been robbed. Fed into Wells. Wells, left-hand side of the box. Wells tries to get the crossing, well blocked by Morsey. Hutchinson gets in front of Wells. Hutchinson does brilliantly there. And Ipswich win it back. Tuan Zabi to Luongo. Oh, that's just really good football. Chaplin is going to look for the switch of play. He always does. Good ball to Leif Davis. Great football by Ipswich. That to play out of that corner. Couldn't quite get Bristol City on the back foot there and have them running backwards out of shape. But that's been the case all game. Oh, fed into the front for Kiefer Moore. And it runs all the way through to Max O'Leary. Andrew, will relegation come down to goal difference? Quite probably, yeah. The way it's going, just an absolute... you're going to be able to throw a blanket over about 8 teams going into... well, surely going into Easter at least, but we'll see if it spaces out a little bit and we get some gaps in the table, but there are none at the moment. Alex Blackman have equalised. Our pass has been shocking. Mistake by Danny McNamara, and Schmodic puts it away. Don't give him a chance this season. Schmodic, the top scorer, I believe, still in the Championship. Morsey felled in the centre circle. Not by Joe Williams, I don't think. We're still waiting for that particular battle to continue. Big switch of play, and Leif Davis cannot keep that in. 52 on the clock. Ipswich 0, Bristol City 0. Will Kieran McKenna contemplate bringing in Jeremy Sarmiento potentially Wes Burns, potentially. Ali Al-Hamadi. Jack Taylor. There's a few subs he could make. Ross McCrory's just been spoken to by referee Webb. Presumably he's been warned about how long he's taken with this throw-in. There's Lewis Travis on the bench as well. Caden Jackson. Lots of different options. As Sky tell us, nobody has scored more goals from the bench than Ipswich Town. Hutchinson. Stiff tackle by Dickey. No foul. Oh, and here they come with Mehmeti. Mehmeti drives into the box. Nice feet by Mehmeti. Deflected and into the back of the net. And Bristol City have the lead. Cameron Pring is celebrating. It's dribbled. I think is Pring claiming he got the final touch. There was some kind of deflection as it went in. Bristol City have played this really well throughout the night, and they have taken the lead. It's Ipswich 0, Bristol City 1. I'm not sure who's going to be credited with the goal, but it was a great dribble by Anis Mehmeti. And Ipswich 0, Bristol City 1 is the outcome. Well, it's nothing to do with Cameron Pring. I think Pring was celebrating for the pass, wasn't he? I just wonder where the deflection came right at the end. It's a great run by Mehmeti. Really nice feet. And yeah, it just deflects up off Cameron Burgess, is it? As Mehmeti hits the shot. Yeah, it kills the keeper, doesn't it? Or is it Wolfenden? I beg your pardon. So the deflection completely kills Vaclav Hladky. And yet again, Ipswich are behind at Portman Road. I guess there'll be a bit of an inquest. Was there a foul on Hutchinson in the build-up? Doesn't matter though, does it? Because you have to then play the next phase of the game. And Mehmeti does really well. And the as it stands table tells us, as the cross comes into the back post over hit, that Leeds will now be clear in second position by 1 point, not on goal difference. Wow. They've done a really good job on Amari tonight. Yeah, they've been physical with him. Yeah, they have, haven't they? Jake, I'm honestly not sure. We're such a frustrating team. Only seem to turn up against higher ranked. Yeah, they have recently beaten West Ham and Southampton, haven't they? Yeah, we'll give Annie his flowers. There you go. Let him celebrate that one. Ipswich 0, Bristol City 1. And Ipswich have got to keep calm here. It's not an undeserving lead that Bristol City have got, I have to say. They've played well throughout the night, haven't they? And Ipswich haven't been their smooth selves. Mehmeti puts it into the box. McCrory was up there, and yeah, they really look super confident now, Bristol City, don't they? It's going to be a corner. Tuan Xavier just got across and made the block. Bristol City are going to stick the corner in here, right-footed. Gardner Hickman. We all fall down on the back post. Ball's headed across and out it goes for an Ipswich goal kick. 57 on the clock. Ipswich 0, Bristol City 1. What has Kieran McKenna got up his sleeve? There's one over the top. Kiefer Moore is offside. Ipswich going a bit direct there. And here comes Wes Burns. We expected to see him at some point. We're also going to get Jack Taylor by the look of it as well. So I suspect Luongo, possibly Harness, will go out unless he just takes Hutchinson out. As someone said in the chat there, they have played Hutchinson well. They've been fair, but they've been physical with him, and he hasn't been able to get in the game. Jeremy Sarmiento's coming on as well. I think he might be about to make a triple sub, Kieran McKenna. He has very much seen enough. So I'd imagine maybe both the wingers are going to go, and probably Luongo in central midfield. Although here come Bristol City again. Wells into the box. Wells skips past his man. Wells! Oh, my goodness me. He's hit the crossbar. Oh, it should have been 2-0 to Bristol City. It was horrible defended by Ipswich. Cross goes in, headed down by Knight at the near post. Ipswich so lucky not to be 2 down there. Naki Wells dribbled it into the box. There was some powder puff defending, though. Burgess just walks past him. Who did he lay down then? Leif Davis as well. And it's one of those where Wells does so well, but at the point when he's 6 yards out from goal, he's got to score, hasn't he, at that point? And he hits the post. Goodness me. Wow. Should have been 2-0 to Bristol City there. Ipswich are all over the place at the moment. I think the players know the subs are about to come on. And Bristol City have really got the bit between their teeth. And, yeah, Ipswich need to make these subs quick. They really, really do. Goodness me. Wow. Right. Ali Al-Hamadi is coming on. Sarmiento is coming on. Jeremy Sarmiento. I think he might have changed his mind a couple of times. That one's flicked forward by Williams, and the ball's going to go dead. Right, are we going to get substitutions now? Right, those are the three. Burns, Taylor, and Al-Hamadi are going to come on. I think Harness has already gone off. He'd already run over. Luongo, as we imagined, for Jack Taylor. Kiefer Moore has gone off, and Amari Hutchinson has gone off. So it looks, no, Kiefer Moore's just gone over for a chat. Hutchinson's definitely gone off for Burns. So like for like swap. Burns down the right wing, Taylor in midfield, and Kiefer Moore has gone off, has he? Looks like he has. So Al-Hamadi's going to go up top. And Sarmiento is going to come on the left wing. Harness has already gone off. So, triple substitution there by Ipswich. Burns, Sarmiento, Al-Hamadi. No Kiefer Moore on the pitch. We got Taylor as well, didn't we? I think he made 4. Did he make 4? Yeah, I think he did, didn't he? Mark Sykes is going to come on for Bristol City. Going to come on for Harry Cornick. So, yeah, Kieran McKenna has pressed the nuclear button there and made we think, a quadruple substitution. Sarmiento, Burns, Al-Hamadi and Taylor all coming on. I think Moore might be a fitness one because he was feeling his foot, wasn't he? And is it going to work is the question. Goodness me. Tuanzebe knocked down the line. Where's Burns? Immediately into the box. Burns does really well. It's going to fall to Davis, who drills the ball into the net. And Kieran McKenna has got the Midas touch once again. He makes a quadruple substitution, and immediately Wes Burns into the box, cuts it back. Leif Davis hit the shot. I think Ali Al-Hamadi was celebrating. I don't know who it's gone in off, but it's in the back of the net, and the quadruple substitution pays immediate dividends. Ipswich 1, Bristol City 1. Who does it go in off? Does Al Hamadi touch it? I've got no idea. Leif Davis will probably prefer the assist, won't he? Burns' immediate impact. Here comes Davis. And I do think Al Hamadi, gets the final touch, doesn't he? In which case, what a substitution. Leif Davis does really well. He's got loads of time to mess that up. He keeps it. Yeah, it's definitely Al Hamadi's goal, isn't it? Definitely. Turns that in on the goal line. He's onside. There's about 3 Bristol City players back on the line trying to cover it. And the Hail Mary from Kieran McKenna has worked. Ipswich were rocked. They were on the back foot. Bristol City should have gone 2-0 up when Naki Wells was in and from about 6 yards out hit the bar. But Ipswich they've got it's not big and it's not clever. Throw in 4 different players and get an immediate impact. And this game has livened up massively now, hasn't it? This will probably suit Ipswich in terms of it being a bit looser. Hull 1, Birmingham 1. Birmingham have equalised in minute 82 at the MKM. Frantic stuff here at Portman Road. Into the channel for Al Hamadi to chase. Viner is across, does really well, the Bristol City centre back. McCrory is fouled probably by Sarmiento, and Ipswich are running around very quickly and everybody's pressing everybody, and that's the deal. Ipswich 1, Bristol City 1. Ali Al Hamadi off the bench just turned in Leif Davis's quite goal-bound looking shot. Goodness me. 64:23 on the clock. Marlon has just signed up to Beer 52. Thank you so much. Beer52.com/Bloom. Get some of that in your life. Free case of beer. You just got to pay the postage. And really quickly, do you want to see how I'm going on match bingo? The first line has gone, by the way. Plenty of purple for me, though. How am I going on bingos as well? Oh, I only need 3 goals on there. I'm right in it. Oldham, Grimsby. Oh, no, Southend and Rotherham. I think Rotherham's going to screw me over on that one, don't I? But there you go. Tuan Zabi. Burns. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card, surely, isn't it? Just a complete body check there. Burns' directness down the right. Mehmeti doesn't get booked for that. He's lucky because it's just a complete rugby tackle, isn't it? Surely he's going to book him, isn't he? Referee Webb has walked over very ostentatiously, but he's not got the yellow card out. Mehmeti gets away with one there. Free kick to Ipswich over on the right-hand side, which Sam Morsey is going to take. Burgess forward, Wolfenden forward. Yeah, Birmingham, Jeff is right in the chat. Birmingham now level with Hull, 1-1. 82nd minute equaliser. Morsey puts the free kick in. The header is glanced goalwards. I think Al Hamadi and Burgess got in each other's way, although I'll say Al Hamadi got in Burgess's way, I think, potentially. Here is Sarmiento. Just shepherded out there by Jack Taylor, who I don't think has had a touch just yet since he came on for Massimo Luongo. Great impact, though, with Wes Burns cutting that ball back, Leif Davis hitting the shot, and then Ali Al Hamadi, 2 of the quadruple substitutions, combining for the equalising goal. That's clipped down the line, headed away by Wolfenden. Ooh, little slip there. And Chaplin tries to help that on. Chaplin does well to win it back, though, off Mehmeti. Chaplin down the line looking for Burns. Lovely touch by Al Hamadi. Al Hamadi drives forward to the right-hand side. Doesn't take the ball with him. Does win a corner, though. 67:25 on the clock. Al Hamadi gives the crowd the big one there. He wants more noise from the North Stand there at Portman Road. Looks like he's getting it. Corner for Ipswich, which Leif Davis is going to swing in with the left foot. And it comes from Davis. Good header by Williams. Burns, unorthodox ball back to Davis, who just hoiks it back into the box. It's an easy catch for Max O'Leary. We are coming up to full times. Blackburn 1, Millwall 1, Coventry 4, Rotherham 0, Hull 1, Birmingham 1, Leeds 1, Stoke 0, Wednesday 1, Plymouth 0, Sunderland 0, Leicester 1. Alongside the game we're watching right now, Ipswich 1, Bristol City 1. We are going to get an overtake, though, as things stand. Leeds are going to go back in to second place in the Championship table if things stay the same, i.e. Stoke don't score or Ipswich don't score again. Goal kick by O'Leary. Out it goes. Ipswich throw in. Morsey, nice head down. Chaplin with a really elaborate attempt to play Wes Burns in down the right-hand side. Williams for Bristol City. Shoving the back by Sykes, was there? No, we've played on. Goodness me. Cross goes all the way across the 6-yard box. And my goodness. I mean, Ipswich dealt with it calmly. Made me look a bit nervous, I tell you. Harem, scarum stuff now. Real loose feel to this game. Sykes. Sarmiento dives in. Ball breaks back for Gardner Hickman. Viner. Gardner Hickman. McCrory. Sykes. Gardner Hickman. Williams. Just about 70 minutes on the board now. Ipswich 1, Bristol City 1. Dickey. Williams. Mehmeti. Mehmeti crosses in. A real stooping low header there by Wolfenden. Looked like I could have cleared that with his feet. Mehmeti goes again. Oh, great cross by Mehmeti right into the middle. Just went over Wells' head, but he looks a real danger man, Mehmeti. Why has the referee let that one go? Williams completely just piled into, was it Chaplin? In the air there. Williams still hasn't had his receipt on Sam Morsey yet. Sykes inside to Wells, who goes down dramatically. Ref's giving absolutely nothing here for either side, is he? Morsey. Here's Burns against Pring. Burns tries to take Pring down the outside. Not going to get a free kick for that. And here come Bristol City again. Clipped over to McCrory. McCrory into Sykes. Really exciting game now. It's gone from being kind of tense and frustrating for Ipswich and Bristol City, sort of controlling it with their good press, into Bristol City taking the lead, and then really should have gone 2-0 up when Wells got into just complete chaos. Kieran McKenna just throwing the proverbial grenade in there with a quadruple substitution. And that's, I mean, it was either going to have an impact one way or the other, and it's got Ipswich back on level terms immediately. But there's still something here for either side, put it that way. You wouldn't be surprised with any of the three outcomes in this one, home, away, or draw. It's draw currently, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. Wolfenden to Anzabi. Wolfenden. Wolfman and back to Anzave. It's just slowed down for a minute. It's been complete chaos for the last sort of 10 minutes. There's one over the top for Burns to chase. O'Leary does well out of his goal. Sweeps up, clears away. Chaplin hooks it forward again. Sarmiento can't beat Viner in the air, but falls to Leaf Davis. Burgess, Sarmiento, lovely turn by him. Knocks it up the line for Davis. Sykes is there. Davis clearly fouls Sykes. And it's a Bristol City free kick in the right back area. 73 on the clock. They'll probably kill 30 seconds with this one. I assume we're going to see the Nucky Wells chance again. Dreadful defending by Burgess and Davis of Ipswich. And as I said at the time, it's one of those, isn't it, for Wells, where by the time he gets there, despite how well he's done to get there, he's then got to score, hasn't he? And there's the Ipswich goal. Ali Al-Hamadi just turning it in on the far stick. Kieran McKenna celebrates after his quadruple substitution pays dividends. Red card for Stoke. Ben Pearson double booking. Curling strike. Great save by Gladkey. Sykes. Oh, my goodness me. Puts it back across the box. Bristol City going so close there. It's a great save by Gladkey. Wow. And Mehmeti really is having a great game here, isn't he? Defended well in the first half, and he's already scored one. What a great strike that was. And Gladkey with the top hand there, diving across. This is dipping under the bar from my spidey senses. Oh, it's a great strike, isn't it? Really good save. 1 foot over, and it's a hell of a goal that by Mehmeti. Fifth substitution for Ipswich then. Tuanzebe out. Harry Clark in at right back. So no more subs remaining for Kieran McKenna. A 4 and a 1 is an interesting way to use, well, only 2 of your 3 substitute windows. Clark boots it down the ground. And out of play for a inauspicious first touch. And here comes Tommy Conway, who we did expect to see at some point. As we're doing this sub, guys, I would love if everybody watching could hit the like button. We've got 89 likes. I'd love to see us go over 100. Nucky Wells is coming off. Is his moment going to be the key moment, hitting the post at Bristol City, leading 1-0? Anyway, you got 9 seconds to hit the like button. Do it all together. Do it now. Like spike time. Thank you all for your support. Sorry, it's really dry in here. I'm going to put a throat sweet in. Sorry if it rattles around while I'm talking, but a necessary evil, I'm afraid. 76 on the clock then. Tommy Conway, who's a really good young striker, is into the game. Headed by Clark. Flicked on by Al-Hamadi. Chaplin chases down. The Ipswich 11 that are on the pitch are going to be the Ipswich 11 that finishes the game, assuming they stay injury-free. Oh, horrible slice there by Cameron Burgess, but he gets away with it. It's going to be a throw-in for Bristol City over on the right. Sykes knocks it off Sarmiento. Coventry 5, Rotherham 0 in the 90th minute. That was 4-0 at half-time, but don't know what sort of a cake it is, but Coventry have just kind of put the icing on it. Oh, Sykes, lovely cross-headed goal was, oh my goodness me, what a goal! Tommy Conway, the substitute, heads it in. It is a brilliant cross, a brilliant header, and the substitute has done it. Ipswich 1, Bristol City 2. Wow. Wow, that's an incredible goal. It looks like it's gone dead and buried. The ball into the channel. It's a half-volleyed cross by Sykes. The chances of scoring from that when the ball is on the left wing are so slim. Leif Davis lets it bounce. What a cross that is. And how good is that header looped over Hladky? It gives me absolutely no joy to say that whatsoever as an Ipswich fan. Leif Davis thinks that ball's, but he deliberately doesn't head it. And then when he doesn't, he is punished in the worst way, isn't he, by Sykes and then Conway. And it is Ipswich 1, Bristol City 2. And for the second time in this half, we've had substitutes come on and immediately score. Goodness me. 78-21 on the clock, and it's all changed again. Leeds will be 1 point ahead of Ipswich. The full times are coming in. Can Ipswich come from behind once again? They've won a free kick. I think, who got booked then? Did Zach Viner possibly get booked? All the Bristol City players are cross with whatever's happened there. It looks like it's going to be an Ipswich free kick. Viner, yeah, just penalised for having his hands on. I can't believe Viner would have got booked for that. Must be someone else for mouthing off. But it's an Ipswich free kick on the left-hand corner of the box. Ipswich going to have to come from behind again. Leif Davis will swing this one in. It was Ross McCrory who went in the book. Must have been something I said. Shouldn't have walked away. Right, Davis with the free kick for Ipswich. Swung in and headed into the back of the net. And yet again, Leif Davis and Connor Chaplin is the combination. And yet again, Ipswich come from behind. 4 goals deep now. Ipswich 2, Bristol City 2. 12 for the season for Connor Chaplin. Goodness me, what a match. They've done it over and again, those two, Davis and Chaplin. Remember the Sunderland game? I think it might have been at the start of January, that one. Literally the same position. And Leif Davis has got 2 assists in this game. It's Ipswich 2, Bristol City 2. 10 to go. And that may well not be the last of the scoring. Incredible stuff here. Ipswich coming from behind twice. It is 2-2 at Portman Road. And it is a big, tense one, this. So loose. No one's really got control of what they're doing with their feet. Goodness me. Right, we've got full times coming in now. Blackburn 1, Millwall 1, Coventry 5, Rotherham 0, Hull 1, Birmingham 1. All full time. Sunderland 0, Leicester 1, full time. I think Leeds 1, Stoke 0 is a full time. It is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Plymouth 0 is also a full time. My goodness me. We'll have a look at the bottom of the table and the relegation zone. Just absolute chaos there. Al Hamadi has been whistled for a foul, I believe. 81-31 on the clock. Ipswich 2, Bristol City 2. Will there be more goals? Free kick goes forward from Bristol City. Volleyed in and then volleyed away. And that has gone out of play. Has it? Yes. Davis takes the throw in. Can either side get any momentum in this last 10 minutes of what's actually turned into a pretty thrilling game? 4 second half goals Massive twists and turns in this one. Ipswich coming from behind twice. Bristol City hitting the post at 1-0 up as well. Ipswich have gone very direct as well. They're just hitting the channels over and again, which does play into the fact that there may be another goal in this game for either team. Completely frantic pace as well. Gardner Hickman's just been bumped and he wins a free kick for Bristol City. Massive result for Wednesday. Absolutely. We'll have a look at the bottom of the table in a minute with all of those full times in. Max O'Leary is going to take this free kick, so I can bring up the live league table, which is just, my God, look at that. 4 teams on 38, 1 on 39 now, Birmingham with that equaliser, and then 3 teams on 40. Here come Ipswich with Wes Burns. Burns forward into the box. Burns goes down. Penalty to Ipswich. Burns into the box. He's brought down by Pring. And a penalty to Ipswich Town with 83 on the clock. The plot thickens. The drama grows. Oh, my goodness me. It's clumsy from Pring. Burns was waiting for the tackle. Pring points to the ball. It's a penalty, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that guy in the north stand. He knows it, doesn't he? They're arm in arm. And do you know what? It's just clumsy, isn't it? I think his back leg gets him in the end. And to be fair to referee Webb, he was brilliantly positioned there, right behind. And Wes Burns, who made an impact. There's all kinds of Royal Rumble stuff going on. Everyone's trying to put off Connor Chaplin, who it looks like is going to take this penalty. Referee Webb is having a word with Rob Dickey. Max O'Leary, the Bristol City keeper, has been booked. Not entirely sure why. And absolute drama here. And Connor Chaplin was only holding on to the ball for Ali Al-Hamadi, who is going to take the penalty. The substitute, the January signing from Wimbledon. What drama at Portman Road. It's 2-2, 5 to go. Ipswich with a penalty to go 3-2 in front. My goodness me. Al-Hamadi breathing deeply, hands on hips. 2 steps to the left. He's going to hit it. Right-footed, saved. It's a really poor penalty, and Ipswich missed their chance from the spot. He took 2 steps to his left, Al-Hamadi. Got no power on it whatsoever. He's hoping to send the keeper the wrong way. It's right down the middle of the goal. It's an easy save for O'Leary, and Ipswich miss from the spot. It is still Ipswich 2, Bristol City 2. My God, whatever next in this game. Taylor for Ipswich. Both sides now can consider they've missed a golden chance in this game with Bristol City hitting the post. It's absolutely frantic pace. Still cross to the back post. Burns was arriving. Davis tries to control it. Out it goes. Bristol City goal kick. 86-22 on the clock. Frantic stuff. Complete drama here. 4 second half goals. Missed penalty. Bristol City hitting the post at 1-0 up. We've had quadruple substitutions. We've had both sides have a substitute score immediately after they've come on. Just incredible, incredible drama here. Cleared forward by Ipswich. Morsey knocks that out wide. Chaplin goes for the big, huge switch of play. Doesn't quite get enough on it. Headed clear as far as a Burgess. Morsey. Burgess. Nice turn by Sarmiento, who spreads the ball wide to Burns. Burns knocks it inside. Clark with the cross. Al Hamadi was in there. It's cleared away. Can Bristol City counter? They cannot. And Ipswich looking to rebuild. Burgess gets it back off Sarmiento. .88 on the clock now. Morty. Forward it goes. Flicked on. Davis is into the box. Davis hits the shot and it's into the back of the net. Ipswich have got in front now. Davis drives it with his left foot. I don't know who got the final touch, but this dramatic game has another goal. It's Ipswich 3, Bristol City 2. I think Dickey slid it over the line, and Ipswich finally, having missed a penalty at 2-2, have got themselves in front. Incredible. Absolutely incredible drama. Just booted forward by Ipswich. They've just gone all-out attack. I don't think Dickey's going to get that as an own goal. I think the ball is going into the net. He definitely gets the final touch. And Ipswich lead 3-2. What an incredible second half. 5 goals now in the second half. Ipswich have come from behind twice. Kieran McKenna goes absolutely crazy when that one goes in. And we are set for a very, very nervy last 30 seconds plus stoppage time here. What a performance by Leif Davis in the second half. Dear oh me. He set up the equaliser, didn't he, for Al Hamadi? He set up the second goal for Connor Chaplin from the free kick. And now he scored potentially, I don't want to say the winning goal the way this game has gone, but potentially he's got the winning goal. It's just incredible stuff from Leif Davis, the Ipswich left back, this game. Sarmiento tries to play it out wide. How much stoppage time are we going to get? We're about to find out as Harry Clark flies in to the tackle. Again, tries to get the crowd up. It's going to be 8 minutes added on. 8 minutes of stoppage time here. You wouldn't bet against there being another goal, would you? Goodness me. 90-30 on the clock. 8 minutes of stoppage time, though, to play. This game has been absolute chaos for about the last half an hour. No rhyme or reason, no pattern whatsoever. So don't assume there won't be any more goals or any more incident. Ali Al Hamadi has got a yellow card for some off-the-ball antics there with Joe Williams. And it's going to be a free kick to Bristol City. And I think they're going to knock it in long. Taylor Gardner-Hickman is going to pop it in right-footed. 91-20 on the clock. In it goes. It's gone all the way through and out. And referee Webb, as is his will, ostentatiously points for a goal kick. You know the rules in stoppage time. When you're defending a lead, it's kill 30 seconds every restart, isn't it? And that's what Ipswich and Hladky is going to try and do. They take the goal kick short. Fair play. They don't just boot it down the pitch. Sticking to the old principles. Is it madness? I don't know. I'm sure there's some nervous fans probably not want to see that in the stadium, but it has got Ipswich up the pitch. Morsey to Burns, and Burns really clever. He just draws the foul from Pring. And Wes Burns has made such a difference, hasn't he? He won the penalty, which ultimately was not scored. He set up the first equaliser for 1-1. Coming back from injury off the bench today, Wes Burns. 92:40 on the clock. Pring in the book, confirmed. And Ipswich have a free kick, which Sam Morsey is going to take. They're trying every trick now, as you can imagine, Ipswich, to waste a bit of time. 93 ticked over. Morsey floats the free kick in. Dickey gets the head on it. And they're going to win it back here. Sarmiento is inside the box, given away. Ooh, that looked interesting on the edge of the box. Referee Webb gives nothing. Sarmiento nicked in front. My first instinct was there going to be a second Ipswich penalty there? Be interested to see that one back. Don't know what referee Webb's thinking there, trying to work out his decision. But we'll see from the replay as Wes Burns is probably going to be in trouble now. He's let it go again. Wes Burns just shoved Cameron Pring over. And Bristol City take the restart. And it is out with Pring, the left back, pops it up the line. Clark a bit casual there and hands the ball back to Bristol City, but Connor Chaplin gets in. And nefariously, I think there, kicks the ball away. We still haven't seen a replay of that tackle on Sarmiento there. And I don't think we're going to. Knocked forward long by Bristol City. Easy header for Wolfend, and Morsey picks it up. A little bit of space for once, and Morsey pings it down the line for Burns. That's the out ball every time. Lovely touch by Burns. Burns just holds it in the corner. 94:32 on the clock. 8 minutes stoppage time. Lovely ball in from Burns. Taylor, edge of the box. Taylor hits the shot, hits the post. Sarmiento, brilliant save. Oh, my goodness me. How have Ipswich not scored a fourth there? My goodness me. Jack Taylor showed great composure on the edge of the box. This game's had everything, hasn't it? Smashes the shot against the post, and Sarmiento looked destined to score from the follow-up. And O'Leary just gets up quickly. I mean, Sarmiento should bury it at that point, shouldn't he? But O'Leary makes the save, and it's a corner for Ipswich. 95:10 on the clock as 4 Ipswich players go over with the corner. They're just going to take it short and hold it in the corner and try and win another one. Sarmiento. And it all dies down to nothing, and Bristol City immediately are going to have a goal kick again. O'Leary hits the goal kick long. Big header by Burgess. It's going to be a Bristol City throw. Viner. He doesn't take it. He throws it up the line for McCrory. And out it goes. It's going to be another Bristol City throw. Sykes. They've had to go all the way back home to O'Leary again. Al Hamadi chases down. O'Leary boots it long. Wolfenham wins the header. And Wes Burns again just kicks it and runs into the corner. Burns knocks that one short. Chaplin trying to get his feet in the box. Well blocked out. Huge tackle and driven in by Jack Taylor there. And Burns drives it over the top. And it is 96:35 on the clock of 98 minutes in this breathless, brilliant, dramatic Championship Tuesday night football. Ipswich 3, Bristol City 2. It's had everything. What a tackle that was by Taylor. He absolutely smashed into McCrory, but he won it cleanly, as you like, actually. Booted forward long. And Burgess is going to clear for Ipswich. Not that convincingly. Sarmiento gets anything on it. Bristol City throw. We are into the last minute of 8 minutes minimum stoppage time. McCrory, throws it in to Gardner Hickman, who is robbed. Al Hamadi has picked it up now. Al Hamadi drives into the box, works his man. Al Hamadi hits the shot and wins a corner, which is probably cheered just as much as a goal would be. Lee Grant and Kieran McKenna applauding that from the bench. It was Sarmiento who won it back. And Ipswich have basically got to keep the ball now for 20 seconds, and they are going to win this game. Incredible stuff. Al Hamadi trots over to take the corner. Ipswich have wasted a fair bit of time in the stoppage time, so we're probably going to go over the 8 minutes of stoppage time by probably 45 to 60 seconds. It's a goal kick. And I think Bristol City are going to have one more chance to get this up the pitch. And then I think the final whistle is going to blow. The goal kick goes long. Ipswich need first contact. They've got it. And it's hoofed away. And Ipswich Town have won 3-2 against Bristol City. A frankly incredible second half here at Portman Road. The Ipswich players out on their feet. It is 6 straight wins for Ipswich. They were third at many points during this evening's Championship football, but they end in second place. Everybody won. Leicester, Ipswich and Leeds all put 3 points on the board. Incredible second half. Utterly, utterly incredible. Bristol City take the lead. Anis Mehmeti, great dribble into the box. Little deflection off Luke Wolfen and just kills the keeper. At 1-0, Bristol City should go 2-0 up. Naki Wells, brilliant run, hits the post. Kieran McKenna makes a Hail Mary quadruple substitution. And immediately, a couple of those substitutes combine. Wes Burns for Leif Davis, then for Ali Al Hamadi, who sticks it in the net. Plot thickens again, though. Brilliant second goal by Bristol City. Half-volleyed cross by Sykes. Great header in by Conway for 2-1 Bristol City. Ipswich come back again to make it 2-2. Leif Davis free kick was an incredible second half by Leif Davis, who just got 2 assists and a goal. More of that later. He puts the free kick in. Chaplin heads it home. Ipswich then win a penalty and miss a penalty from Al Hamadi to make it 3-2. And then Leif Davis himself gets the winning goal to cap an absolute virtuoso performance from left back. Utterly, utterly incredible. I am now going to disconnect Blue Monday, and you can go and watch the Blue Monday end of match stream there. And in fact, I'm going to be done for the night because I am just completely knackered and worn out after all that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for that super chat that's just gone in. Carbos, thank you so much. Go and head over to the Blue Monday channel and go and see the post-match there. An incredible win for Ipswich Town. Ipswich 3, Bristol City 2. I need to go and lay down in a dark room. Thank you, everybody, for watching.